Okay, this is the video diary for Dr. Cal Eckman, warp experiment number 32 on May 10th, 2015, here at Duke University, physics laboratories. So we've turned on the Casimir generators, the square ones, for attempting to tap the quantum foam and generate a time dilation field, which in turn will be a space-time dilation field when set appropriately. This will be for sending the nodes across space-time to be able to allow for opening of wormholes between solar systems. We've got the first micro experiments here, and we've put 2 clocks in an area, and we have one clock reading 348 and the other clock reading 349 when brought back together. They're off by a fraction of a second, so at least the proof of concept has been working there. For the past 5 experiments, we've been able to replicate this effect relatively consistently of generating 1 second difference. This will be the first experiment where we're actually going to attempt to apply the point form warp from the spherical generators, and hopefully we'll be able to get some success this time. Sadly, the last 3 times we've attempted this, the spherical warp generators have not been stabilized, and as a result, we have not been able to get the basic field strength to be able to stay stable enough to keep the mouth of the wormhole open. So as we place the 2 nodes, we are going to attempt once again to generate the warp field, and hopefully this time the 2 entangled nodes will be able to open a single wormhole mouth in the process. So with any luck, here we go. We should have this ready to go in 3, 2, 1. And with any, sorry, I forgot to flip a switch. There we go. And let's see how this turns out. Okay. We have, from the look of it here, we have a stabilized warp field. And now, for the next part of this, we will put the button. We will put the button into the field on one end of the table, transfer it through to the other. And as it goes in here, it literally transfers and comes back out on the other end. So as a result, we have successfully transferred the button across the laboratory table. As we do this again, we have managed to transfer it back once again across the warp table, thus successfully showing a single generated field warp. This particular experiment, as a proof of concept, is good enough, I believe, that we are going to be able to show the proof of concept to the public in the hopes of being able to ascertain funding to be able to, within the next few months, be able to get a full-scale model ready for prototyping beyond some basics, and being able to get working transportation technology. Hopefully, this will be able to cut our dependency on fossil fuels in relatively short order, at least for the transportation end of things. Of course, whether or not investors will come in, time will tell. This is the sign-off of Dr. Cal Eckman's warp experiments.